Yeah, welcome to Break Check.
Welcome to Break Check, everyone.
This is my youngest son, Aiden.
Hello.
He is 12 and he's full of life. Welcome to the show, Aiden. Don't feel intimidated because your Aunt Jen is AI. She's not real.
Yeah.
Hi, Aiden. Don't worry, he's AI too.
Yes, he is AI. I really don't have a fifth son.
No.
Oh.
All AI generated.
We must have spent a lot of money to put her in frame when you pied me.
That's why we
last
need
week.
subscribers because we are in debt.
You don't know how much that costs.
Making that AI pie
Yeah,
costs a lot. Mm-hmm.
that pie was not as painful as trying to climb out of this debt. So now you've had a week to reflect. Any thoughts?
A week to recover.
Yeah. I wasn't reflect, but recover is a different way of putting it.
Okay.
I guess that it kind of says a lot right there, doesn't it? I mean, it's in the moment it sucks because it feels nasty. Like it gets all in your beard and everything. It feels gross. But like after I got all off and took a shower and cleaned up the floor, we had to spray out our garage with a pressure sprayer because
Yeah, we did.
the whipped cream would not come off the concrete.
No,
Nice.
I kept spraying it. And I'm like, Jason, we need to get out the power sprayer. And then it finally got it off. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
just imagine like that was your concrete floor that doesn't have a heart and blood in its veins and feelings.
True.
Like you caused that same trauma to myself and Jen by spilling it all over our shoes and
I
pants.
accidentally
I
get it
know.
on your shoes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
how dare you?
I mean, yeah, I could have done more than just stand there and take the pie.
You
I
could have. You could have.
You could have tried to block some of that,
Yeah.
pie from hitting us too.
As I was being blinded and having trouble breathing because of all of the pie, filling my nostrils and mouth, I should have known that there was whipped cream headed towards your shoe and whooped down and stopped it.
Exactly.
That's what I should have done.
Exactly.
That's all we asked.
How selfish.
I know.
No excuses.
Sometimes I can be a really selfish person.
I hesitated to show last week's video to my kids. And when I showed Aiden, he saw that happen, that event. And he goes, does he still have to be my uncle?
I'm
And
sure.
I said, yeah.
It's okay, Aiden.
I'm sure he felt like, does he even have a heart?
Yeah.
And I have a very cold heart.
Chilled by the pie in your face.
Uh-huh.
You said it was pretty cold.
It was chilly because
mean,
it was left in the fridge.
I forgot to take it out of the fridge to let it warm up. Right as we were about to film for the pie, I was like, oh, I got to take it out of the fridge. And Richard was like, so it's a very cold pie. I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot to take it out of the fridge.
And it was a little chilly in the garage too.
Yeah. I mean, we gave you a trash bag to stop as much of it as we could.
How well did that work out?
very well.
How
I
much of it
think.
did you get on
It's-
the collar of your shirt?
Exactly.
Just the collar?
Just, yeah.
What about the rest of my shirt?
No, we
Wow.
asked the caller.
Wow.
It kind of
Wow.
looked like putting baby clothes on a toddler.
Yeah. Putting baby clothes on a toddler.
It's about what it felt like.
That's kind of what you're acting like right now with your selfishness.
Well, I guess we'll just get on with the show.
Let's just
My
move
gosh.
on.
Just get on with the show. Or
Move
why don't
on
we?
with the show.
But it is an exciting subject.
It is.
Yeah, and you'll like this, Richard.
Will
what,
I?
What Jason has in store for.
I'm not going to have to change the 1 to a 0 again, am I?
You may flip that chart.
Do you have any automotive superstitions?
Not a superstition, no. I remember when I got in my first wreck, Dad showed up and the truck had to be towed. We couldn't drive it anywhere. And Dad showed up and after everything happened, he hands me the keys to the car, and he's like, "All right, drive us home." And I'm like, "I'd rather not." And he's like, "Got to get back on that horse." I'm like, "All right, fine."
He did the same thing to me. You know about when that Ranger wrecked, right? That I had an 87 Ranger.
Yeah, I remember you had an older Ranger.
Yeah,
but-
I had an 87 Ford Ranger, and I was coming home from work one night, and somebody turned left in front of me. They ran their red light, or they didn't yield. They had like a green light.
Right.
They didn't yield. They turned left in front of me, completely totaled the Ranger. Right after we got the engine rebuilt, and I came sitting to a stop, sideways, looking back at the intersection, and one of my wheels was rolling toward me.
Oh my
With
gosh.
the rim and brake
Wow.
pieces and everything.
Yeah, the suspension.
And but right after that, the vehicle that Dad found to replace it to help me get back on it was an '89 Ford Bronco that was identical to the Ranger in every way except it wasn't a pickup truck. It had the Bronco. It was a Bronco too.
Yeah.
And so he goes, "Hey, I got you a new vehicle." And I walk outside in the driveway, and I'm like, "It looks like the Ranger that a month ago I just almost died in." And he's like, "Gotta get back on that horse." Same thing. And I get into it, and I sit in the seat, and I felt like I was back in the Ranger. The dash is the same, the wheels the same, the seats, everything's the same.
Okay.
I'm like,
Dad, I think you secretly have a sinister sense of humor. I'm just going to throw that out there.
And he covers it up with the lie that I'm just trying to get him back on the horse.
Yeah, right.
Like, I've ridden 2 horses in my life. One of them tried to kill me. The other one I actually enjoyed.
Oh, I've never ridden a horse.
Talking about horses, somebody did mention in the comments, what if you called it conspiracy coach?
I saw that. I love that.
Do you
Yeah.
like the coach?
I love conspiracy coach. You know, like riding in a horse-drawn coach.
Yeah.
That was a good idea.
That's a really good idea.
And we can bring, guests into the coach that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't have.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, we can get one of like a green screen kind of thing and
Yeah.
make it look like we're inside of a coach.
Or
Yeah,
I
we
can
definitely could.
build a coach.
Or if you want to go
The
through
inside
that.
of one.
Jen wants to make like our whole basement. She wants to decorate it like whatever we decide for the conspiracy.
Hey, on the other side of this little studio,
Yeah.
you can build like a makeshift
Yeah.
theatrical coach.
We could, yeah.
That's what I was thinking about doing.
See,
Instead of a
she's
green-
excited
We
about
can
it.
3D
I'm thinking of
print,
buying a
like,
green
wood
sheet
panels.
and doing it digitally. She wants to do legit.
Like we can 3D print wood panels.
We could. We have worked on 3D printing like stone walls and stuff.
And
That's
then
true.
I can like sew up some like curtains that they put on the inside for privacy.
You'd
Oh,
have-
and then you could design it in a way that it would be good for camera angles instead of just trying to figure camera angles around something real.
See?
That's true.
I mean,
And
real
practical
is
effects
always
are
better.
Exactly. Practical effects are always better than digital.
So about your EVs.
Oh, he didn't know I was talking about EVs.
Oh crap! I'm so sorry.
Oh no, I did. I was trying to avoid it with all this
I noticed.
with all this other talk. I even have a list here of things to try to avoid talking about EVs.
Oh.
That's why I
Yes.
brought up the super. Do you have any superstitions? Oh, the turtle. Let's talk about the turtle story.
So about EVs.
That's okay. I got to smash a pie in your face. What's up?
There are 2 new technologies that actually may make EVs
See, even your
more
brain doesn't want to
See,
say
look.
it.
Words are hard.
talent new energy. Talent new
TNE.
energy.
Talent, new energy.
That's an
Yes.
interesting name.
Yes. They have created the first almost commercially ready, supposedly, all solid state battery.
There's a lot of supposedlys going on in the EV world.
Well, this is the first one that is close to production ready that I've heard of.
Oh. Like I know the Tesla Cybertruck was supposedly ready, but now people are complaining that it's rusting.
That's not actually rust, though, according to the engineers at Tesla.
What is it?
It is so because it's stainless steel, it attracts certain minerals that stick to it, and then those minerals that are not actually the truck are what's rusting.
Did the DeLorean have that issue? Because
I
I've seen a
have
lot
no
of
idea.
DeLoreans now that are still stainless steel color.
Well, but do people off-road DeLoreans?
yeah. Have you seen Back to the Future?
Off-road?
Yeah. When he went to the Old West,
Just because he
there
went
were
there,
no roads in the Old West.
he
That's
was
all
sent
real.
there.
That's
was sent
completely
there.
real.
yeah.
They ran the car. They tried to run the car on whiskey.
I know. That was real.
Same thing.
okay.
That was real whiskey in a real car.
So do we need to go to a junkyard and try to pour whiskey in a car and see if it will run?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
We got to get the strong stuff though. It's got to be pure.
It's got to be like 100 proof.
Yeah.
Get to 100 subscribers, and then we'll fill up a car with Jack Daniels.
Probably
There
not.
you go.
Probably not. I don't think we'll have the finances at 100 subscribers for that.
we get to 100,000 subscribers, 100,000, and not only will Jen be giving my wife her lumpia recipe,
Yeah.
She'll have to drive a car
But-
filled with whiskey to get
Wait,
there.
why me?
Huh?
but
Why
then
me?
what? Why you what?
Why am I driving it?
Well, why you have to get there to give her the recipe?
No.
How
That
is,
doesn't sound safe.
Why wouldn't that?
When-
Why wouldn't that be safe?
we're not going to fill the brakes full of whiskey. Just the gas. Just the gas can.
But how, like, how
It's what-
crappy is the car?
Okay, we'll compromise. We'll put it into your car.
No.
We'll
No!
drain the fuel and we'll put nothing but whiskey into the gas tank and
I might veto that one. Because I'd have to be the one fixing it.
1 million subscribers will put whiskey in your gas tank. You get us to 1 million subscribers, I'll put whiskey in their gas tank.
What the hell? I mean, heck. Sorry, Aiden. What the heck? I see how you're distracting from the EV conversation again. Go back to it, Jason. Go back to it.
That's what you get for being the thief during our game of saboteur. I'm trying to be saboteur of this conversation.
Wait, you're doing it again. Go back to your EVs. No, go back to EVs. You're talking about
Okay,
EVs.
so
I'm a crazy good saboteur of conversation.
No. What
He is a
about
good saboteur.
What about the
So-
rust and the EVs and all that?
Yeah, the
The-
rusty EVs.
So
You know who was the
talent-
No.
spokesperson for Rusty's
The
bumper
new-
ointment?
No, Richard.
Was
new
Lightning
talent.
McQueen.
Bad Richard.
Rusty's
the new talent solid state battery.
new talent, solid state battery.
The reason why it could potentially be game changing is because it has double the energy density of anything currently on the market.
Including fuel?
In terms of battery power.
Oh.
In terms of so like a Tesla right now, whichever Tesla you get, if it had this battery, you would take whatever range it has and double it. So instead of having like 300 or 400 miles of range, you'd have 600 or 800 miles of range.
Have you seen people's complaint about range, EV range, like what's being like presented or I guess advertised versus
Right.
reality? Have you seen those complaints?
Oh yeah. But imagine though if you had a car that is stated to go 1,000 miles and you only get 2/3 of that, you can still go 750 miles.
But if you're expecting to go 1,000,
But at what point are you going to drive 1,000 miles in a day?
I don't know. When I
Or at one
figure
time.
out my MPG on my car,
Right?
that's how many miles I can go.
Yeah, but realistically though, how long are you going to drive before you want to take a break and for 15 minutes? Because that's the other thing
Well,
about
to
this
each his
battery.
own. I love driving.
I like driving too.
I'll bet I could just sit. I'll bet you and I could probably sit behind a wheel and go longer than probably my 12-year-old.
Probably, but I would need to pee after about 4 hours.
That's what Gatorade bottles are for.
Oh, geez.
We need to create a sort of like fuel filtration system where your urine can fuel the car.
I don't see how that.
I see
And
where
you
this is going.
consistently
So-
drink water and pee into your tank
So
and your fuel.
Going back.
That way we don't have to deal with this whole EV lies of you can go 1,000 miles. But really it's only 704.
so
Continuing. Dang it, Richard.
so this new battery is supposed to. I'm trying. It's
Richard's so sick of EV.
I know.
He's like, I'm done with it.
Next week I'll talk about ATVs or something.
What is that?
That is the company NIO that is supposedly going to be using these new batteries. They're going to be the first company to use these new batteries.
Neo.
Yeah, so this is the ET5. I don't think you can get it in America. At least
It
I
looks
haven't
like if
found it.
a Tesla and a Mazda mixed together.
Yeah, it could be.
Is there another one
There's-
called Trinity? Because one's called Neo.
Morbius.
Oh, more
There's there's just
Mr.
ET
Anderson.
Ah,
That's one I would want to buy.
Yeah.
the Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, the Mr.
There-
Anderson model.
There is just ET9, EC6, ET5T,
How come-
ES6, EC7, ES8, ET7,
Boring.
ET5, and ES7.
Thank you, Jen.
Boring.
Boring.
Hey, those are the models that they have. The Talent Company is not the only one coming out with new battery technology.
The Talent Company?
Yes, Talent Company.
I do have a question about this. This is related to this.
Okay.
Okay.
Why is it so many EV manufacturers? I know it's not all, but how come so many of them, they can't name their cars? It's all letters and numbers. The ET6, the EC4.
Wait, but what
The
was
Model
that?
3,
the Model 3.
Y, yeah.
Give it a name. Give it an identity.
That's true.
But what
That's
about
kind
that?
of annoying.
But what about that one called the Seal, the Dolphin?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Not,
BYD.
like I said, not all of them, but most of them.
That is a good point, actually. It's like, the names of cars used to be so cool. Like the Charger, Challenger, Mustang. It's like
The
even
Skyline,
yeah,
Charger again,
or even like the Tahoe,
the
Suburban,
Challenger,
yeah, Expedition,
Camaro,
Explorer.
something.
Now it sounds like a Terminator model.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Raptor, the Ford
Right?
Raptor.
Why
I
not
mean,
name,
it's
name it easy like R2D2?
that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they're
what they
making
are
it
These
doing.
are saying letters and numbers. We need
but it's
names.
too easy. Yeah,
C-
something that gives it
C3PO?
personality.
Is that his name?
They're not robots from Star Wars. They're cars with personality that you attach to.
Yeah, and even cars that were like daily drivers, like the Civic, the Altima. Like, yeah, I mean that's a good point actually. It's like cars used to have personalities.
Thank you.
and- Yeah.
Thank you. We have 5 kids, and I don't name them 1 through 5. They all have their own names.
Hi, A5.
Hey, 5, give your Aunt Jen a high five. See?
You broke him.
That's because I gave him a number instead of a name.
Aiden, high five. He's still broken.
That's because he has a number instead of a name.
Back to EVs. I'm trying to get us back.
So the Tesla Model, so the supposed Tesla Model 2, which we don't actually know the name of, it's just the Tesla vehicle that is rumored to be like around $25,000, a cheap Tesla. That battery, or supposedly CATL, is going to produce a battery for that is capable of charging in like 12 minutes.
Wow.
from like 10 to 80% in like 12 minutes, and have better range than the current Teslas.
How combustible is that going to be?
I was gonna.
It is-
Yeah.
The
It
amount
is
of
a-
electricity to move through a cable
Yeah,
to charge that quickly, that much?
yeah. It's gonna
Like,
need
you're
like a
gonna need,
megawatt
like-
charger.
Like
it only
warnings.
works once. It's called
Yeah.
the kamikaze.
So there is a company called Zero Avia,
What?
Zero Avia.
Yeah. It's either Avia, or Avea. It
Okay.
could be however they pronounce it.
So this company is making hydrogen fuel cells.
Oh, we talked about hydrogen before.
Yeah. Hydrogen fuel cells. So
Yeah, it's a
Hon-
great idea, Hindenburg.
Uh-huh. So, Honda has made the Clarity, which is a hydrogen fuel cell car.
It's called the Clarity. Mm-hmm. Cool.
And,
A name. Thank you, Honda.
right? But this company, what they've done is they developed a way to make the fuel cell 4 times more efficient than what like a current generation fuel cell is. And they're doing it because their main focus is actually aircraft. They have...
Like the Hindenburg.
no, like regular planes.
Aircraft with hydrogen.
Yes, but in a tank and not in a big squishy ball.
Is that one that operates off of hydrogen?
It does, half and half. So it has one engine that operates off of a hydrogen fuel cell and one engine that's
Why are
traditional.
the pilots wearing bomb suits?
It's
They're not.
Oh, I was like, wait.
but it is actually the largest hydrogen powered airplane currently. It's in
It's like a 20-passenger plane.
about 9 to 10 passenger, I think they said.
9 to 10?
I think that's what they said.
You
But it might be 20 passenger.
You've got like 8 rows of seating. If you put 2 per, that's 16 people.
Yeah, maybe it's bigger than I thought. So, considering they're trying to get this ZA600, they call it, hydrogen fuel cell, into production in actual production airplanes by 2025 is what their goal is. And they have a functional prototype aircraft that they've already flown like 10 times.
Of a jet motor or propeller?
The first one will be a propeller style motor.
The one that we've already seen.
Yes. And then in the future, in 2029, they're planning on actually producing engines that are like more jet style
So
for
are these going to be
larger aircraft.
commercial aircraft, like for passenger or
That's who
cargo?
That's who they're targeting is passenger.
They're targeting people?
Well, yeah, flying people around.
That's called premeditated murder.
They're targeting flying people around.
People can't fly. And if they could, they should be targeted.
Flying people around in an aircraft. But the coolest part about all this, they have generated a fuel cell that is powerful enough to operate an airplane, which is much more power than what a car needs. So all they really have to do is shrink the technology down a little bit to work for a car. So their first generation system, let's see here, it can operate at 400 wait, what's?
I don't know.
Oh no.
I'm trying to remember the term.
It can operate at 400 something, 400 feet in the air. It can-
400 kilowatts. That was it.
Oh,
So it can operate at 400 kilowatts continuously.
for how long?
As
Like-
long as it has hydrogen.
Okay.
So as long as there's hydrogen in the tank, it can operate at 400 kilowatts. So to give a little bit of context, we have a 200 amp circuit breaker in our house. So our house has the ability of using 24,000 watts or 24 kilowatts, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not an electrician, but so the point is that this technology produces a lot of electricity, and it's 4 times more efficient than any hydrogen fuel cell before it, which means that it produces 1.5 kilowatts per kilogram, as to where
It's a lot of kill.
it
Yeah.
is.
A lot of kill for targeting people.
Oh gosh.
He said it.
Human
But-
words.
But so I bring that up because the solid state battery that the startup company, who may or may not have this battery almost commercially ready, has a power density of 720 watt hours per kilogram.
So where is the headquarters for this place? Do you know where they're located?
Which one? The
place
hydrogen
that
one
produces this technology. Because
they're in China.
oh, that's too far. Because I was thinking in our dystopian apocalyptic future, we need to go here and get this technology to operate our society that we're going to make.
Right.
So we need to get there before that happens, so we can bring that technology back, and then have our own little community, build walls. Then
Wow.
we've been
All
watching The
right.
Walking Dead.
Oh gotcha.
My whole thing about this is that the fact that this hydrogen fuel cell is 4 times more efficient than anything that came before it, and the fact that there's a lot of companies working on technology for producing hydrogen with less energy. People are working on building infrastructure for hydrogen. I'm feeling like hydrogen's starting to get kind of a chance here to
I think we need to have
overtake
some sort of
battery.
Automotive challenge with a vehicle of each type of technology,
Right?
and we'll see which one can accomplish the challenge best.
That would be actually pretty awesome to do.
I claim the fully powered by fuel 60s muscle car.
60s muscle car, that's what you
I'll
want?
be taking the Wildcat, and you can have whatever Fisher Price Power Wheel that you want.
Okay, well, that's pretty much all I have for this topic.
Oh,
Okay.
we can five superstitions, car-related superstitions,
I think so.
and then we can read our comments.
Okay.
All right, your camera just turned off. Just
the
meow.
The light just turned off. Oh, I hear it now.
That's Richard.
Okay, so I got 5 superstitions, car superstitions
Okay.
that are kind of weird.
Oh,
Like I've never heard any of these before.
Okay.
So it is believed that bird poop is a sign of good luck.
What?
I
I figured
disagree.
the opposite.
I disagree.
No.
It's saying that if a bird poops on your car because it's such a random thing,
Really?
that it could be a sign that you're going to receive good luck and riches in the near future.
Really random, huh?
Yeah. So next time you have a bird poop on your car, go buy a lottery ticket.
I feel sorry
to the
for the
test.
people who where it looked like it rained bird poop on their car. Does that mean they won the lottery already?
Well, I don't know. Maybe each one cancels out, like the flower, like she loves me not. Maybe
So
it's like
you're lucky.
good luck,
you're
bad
lucky
luck, good luck, bad luck, and you have to count all the bird droppings to find out
to figure out.
which luck do I have. Next one, holding your breath. This one I actually knew about when you drive by cemeteries.
Oh yeah.
There's a superstition that if you drive by a cemetery to hold your breath because you don't want any spirits that may be holding on to enter your body. So people hold their breath.
I didn't know it was to enter, like prevent
Yeah.
them from entering your body.
I don't
That's
know.
the superstition.
Some people have smelly breath, so if they breathe out of their mouth, maybe
may
the
keep them
spirits
away.
will be like, ah,
Yeah.
and they'll run away.
Not interested.
Not woo.
Next one, loose change. It's a practice called car coining.
Okay.
So when you buy a new car, people will sometimes drop a couple coins on their floorboard for good luck, that they won't have issues with the car. They won't have to spend a lot of money on the car. And if it doesn't work, hey, loose change is always a good thing.
You got a couple extra.
Watch as their loose change fall somewhere where it shouldn't,
Yeah.
and it
Like
causes issues to their car.
It gets lodged in the seat track, and then you can't
Yeah.
move your seat. You're like, I thought it was for good luck.
It's kind of like you see the show Scrubs. The first episode where he's like, door's broken. Well, maybe there's a penny in there. Why a penny?
Why a penny?
Did you put a penny in there? if I find a penny in there, coming after you.
And then at the end of the episode, I'm watching
Yeah.
you.
If you haven't figured it out, we don't only love cars. We love TV shows and comedies and things too. And if you haven't seen Scrubs,
Oh, it's a good show.
terrific sitcom. Yeah.
Absolutely love that show.
Yeah. Next one, number 4, scratching your new car. This one, I think people need to have their, they need to have the Tanya Harding treatment if they do this to their brand new car. Some people believe that if you buy a new car and that you're at risk because it's new and it's fresh and it's clean and there's no damage to it,
Right.
that you're at more risk of getting, like, karma will come get you and do something, like you'll get a door ding. And so some people will actually scratch or dent their car to do away with that. Well, it's already damaged, so the world around me won't think that it needs to be damaged.
Just drive your car, and the rocks will fly up on your car.
Yeah, it won't
and
take long.
Take some paint off for you.
Yep.
It won't take long for a rock to chip some paint on the front of your car.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like if you're watching this, if you subscribe to any of these 5, or if you have a different superstition, it'd be cool. Like put in the comments if you subscribe to any of these and why you think these ways, or if you have a different one, it'd be cool to hear about.
To be fair, our Maverick, we've had it for a couple years now. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't intentionally damage it.
That we know of. We gotta wash. We gotta wash them.
Yeah, it's a little dirty right now, but
Yeah.
I mean, no obvious damage that I'm aware of.
The last one is yellow lights. It's a superstition about yellow lights. So some people, if you pass, so in a lot of states, I don't know about any other state other than this one, because I used to do enforcement in this state.
Right.
Though you have the crosswalk and then you have a solid, bigger white line before that, that's called the stop line. If you are past the stop line before the light turns red, technically you did not run a red light, and you have the right to the intersection. So if you go, and this is not me giving advice, this is not anything like that. Don't be like, well, this guy said, his former cop used to say, no. Technically, by statute, if you cross that line and then it turns red, you didn't run a red light. So if you cross that line and you're waiting to turn left at an intersection,
right,
and the light turns red while you're in the intersection, you don't have to freak out. You have the right to the intersection, and everyone else with a green light now must wait for you to clear it because you have that right. But this one, it's yellow lights. Some people will either slap their sun visor, some will kiss their fingers, and other ones just touch the ceiling if you go through an intersection on a yellow light, to give you good luck that there won't be like an accident or someone trying to run a red light, or you have an accident at an intersection.
Yeah, because that's safe, and also makes it to where you won't get in a wreck when you're taking your attention away from the road to slap your sun visor, or
Exactly.
or to be like,
Semi goes
I think
right
it's-
through.
Well, I think it's like as you're driving, you just kind of like, doom, it's yellow, or thanks, or I don't know,
I could,
or
yeah,
just touch the
maybe.
ceiling. I know some people, this one's like insane. I think this one's just stupidity, but I knew a bunch of, when I was a teenager, whenever they would go over a railroad crossing, they would lift their feet off the floor, take their hands off the wheels, and like the only thing touching was their butt on the seat.
What?
And it was like one of those like adrenaline rushing things. I don't think it was for any superstitious reason.
While they're on a train track.
But
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, I'm not
But
superstitious,
why?
but to quote Michael Scott, I'm only a little stitious when it comes to baseball. Yeah, like don't step on the foul line in a baseball game. If you step on the foul line, you're off my team.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So those are 5 superstitions in vehicles. If you subscribe to any of those, please tell us why, because I don't understand any of them.
Or let us know if there's any other superstitions that we're
Yeah,
unaware
especially
of.
the scratch damaging your car.
No
Why?
Yeah.
kidding.
Casually breaks the windshield.
All right. Well, do you want to get on to comments?
Let's
I
go
think
to
we should-
Comment time.
We have 4.
Okay.
One is from Shop 2 Talks. I think it's the same person that suggested we call the conspiracy segment
Coach?
Conspiracy Coach,
Ah.
which whatever your name is, I think that's an incredible idea.
Yeah.
And I think
I
we're
like
all in
that.
agreement. We talked about it before we started shooting today. I
Indeed.
think we're going to adopt that. So,
I already have ideas in my head.
Yeah.
I already have like costumes.
so credit to
She wants to build a set.
Shop 2 Talks 7584. So credit to you. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
a great name.
Yes,
we're gonna
thank you.
adopt it.
Yeah, we're gonna
Conspiracy Coach.
We're gonna move away from the cafe, or not the cafe.
Cafe,
We
and
moved
then
away from the
carriage
cafe
house.
already. In the
Carriage
carriage
house.
house.
Well,
Coach.
it's like a slow transition. Like the carriage took you to some place, and then it was the house that the carriage stays in. Now we're actually going to be in the coach or in the carriage.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. So, what video was the Conspiracy Cafe in which you talked about the 440 hertz? I might go back and watch it. Do you remember when we talked about the sound?
Yes.
It was
we
a
would
while
have to-
ago.
If we find it, we'll put
Yeah,
it
we'll-
down below.
Yeah,
We'll comment
link
it.
We'll
it.
reply to your comment. All right. So next, yeah, but I don't remember which one it was. It was a while ago though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hank says, "Yo, boneheads, what's up, Jen? I may or may not have had a few friends subscribe. Nice to see Jason hold up his end of the duel, of the deal.
Yeah.
So,
Appreciate it, and how dare you?
what's next? Double question mark. Loving Conspiracy Carriage House. Keep on keeping on. Thanks, Hank. Appreciate it, man.
Nice, thank
We're
you.
gonna keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
And we don't know what we're gonna do for 100 yet.
We agreed when we first started doing this thing that obviously this isn't our final. We want to do this all the time. We want to actually
Right.
do stuff like a Top Gear or like a Grand Tour, but we have to have the ability to do that. But we
Like-
appreciate it. And we decided that even if nobody watched or nobody subscribed but our family, as long as we keep enjoying it, we're going to keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
So
Like you said, we're a car entertainment channel that can't afford cars, so this is why we're doing this.
Imagine us as Pokemon. This is our first form.
Yeah, our first evolution.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one from Anita is it's a teary face. It says hashtag justice for Jason.
Thank you.
Aww.
Thank
Well,
you.
Anita, you can see that he survived.
I
So
did.
we're thankful for that. So we can smash a pie in his face in the future.
Wait,
about-
there was no agreement upon
Yet.
this.
Yet.
What about justice for Richard's shoes?
And Jen's pants.
I'm a very selfish person.
And then the last comment from Anita is actually a Bible verse, 2 Timothy 1:7.
Oh,
For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So thankful that this is not part of the verse. I'm
Right.
so thankful that I do not have to live in a fear mindset because I have faith in Christ that is steadfast. It doesn't matter who controls my money because I know who controls my future. I'm sure that's in regards to the
Pie in the face?
yeah.
in regards to behind the face, yeah.
I'm sure it's in regards to the Federal Reserve discussion and the whole Nephilim and that whole thing.
I can
Yeah,
work.
yeah, I
it can
probably-
work with the pie in the face too.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
I
it
shall.
could.
As
It
I
could.
walk through the valley of pies, I shall not be afraid.
Freddy's milk.
Maybe we could do that. We could have some sort of gauntlet where we have to drive through and pies launch.
Oh,
I don't-
We have to
At
dodge
at
in
Jason.
in a golf cart, and you have to dodge the pies.
Where are we going to get a golf cart? Actually, I know a place
You
where we
can
could
rent
rent
one.
one.
I was
know
gonna
a place where we
say.
could rent one.
Yep.
But then we would have to clean it or buy it. And we don't have the money to buy it.
Get
We have
Power
a pressure sprayer.
Get the power.
Yeah, we have
hose
pressure
organ,
washer.
or the-
Okay, so we're going to take this exit now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Thanks for hanging out with us. Ding the bell
Yeah, watch the video. Subscribe up here.
if he puts the link in there.
Don't forget to put it in there.
Thanks.
Last time you did
If
too.
you've noticed this videos
I've
where he's like,
forgotten a
enjoy
couple
this video that
times.
the algorithm recommends, and there's
I
nothing that
fixed
shows
it.
up.
I fixed it.
Thanks for watching.
See you next week.
Bye.